That thing's loud as heck out over here.
Yeah. Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the thing's loud as fuck. We have a problem here, folks. It's not a major problem. We have this new TriCaster set up. HD Joe Diaz. We're in HD now, but unfortunately the TriCaster has fans on it. It's super noisy where Brian's microphone is positioned.
Maybe I could just sit over there till we fix this.
Sit over there, yeah. Sit over there and we'll throw a camera on you. And let Jamie run it. Yeah, come on over here, bitch.
Let's do it, baby.
Be one of us. Come over to the big boys table. We got this TriCaster set up, and it's pretty sweet. It's because a lot of people watch this on their televisions. You know, you take like a Chromecast, or you just use an HDMI cable. There's a bunch of different ways you could do it, and or you could use that Apple thing where you throw it to Apple TV, and you could watch it on Apple TV. What is that called?
Apple TV AirPlay.
AirPlay, yeah. So anything that's on your computer, you could watch on a TV. You just shoot it to that, and if you're using the air, that's how it works, right? Yeah.
Do it from your iPad or your iPhone or anything like that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So we're moving into 2015, Joe Diaz.
It's crazy.
We're taking shit to the next
My
level.
wife canceled cable.
Did she really?
Yeah, she kept some package. She said, that's it. We will live on Netflix. I love it.
Well, I got to tell you.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it. I ain't going to lie to you. When I come home at night from comedy, Netflix, and I unwind, and I can watch whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine worked for Sci-Fi for 20 years, and he said, I got it once. He goes, I would watch how my children would watch TV. Mm-hmm. And I knew that they were onto something.
Yeah.
You watch kids.
Yeah.
And I kept going to Sci-Fi and telling them, and they were like, fuck, you don't know what you're talking about. He quit. And he started his own YouTube channel, horror show, and he's fucking killing them. But it's funny how even my daughter goes nuts when a commercial comes on. When she's watching Bubble Guppies and the commercial comes on, she's 2, and she looks at me like, because she's not used to it. On Netflix, when I put on Dora or whatever, or The Grinch That Stole Christmas or whatever, there's no commercials. So for her, it's looking at you. So I watched her the other day, and I'm like, look at this.
Yeah.
Even a fucking 2-year-old tells you that commercial. Yes.
Yeah, they're not fun. It's unnecessary, and it ruins the vibe of the show. I watched The Walking Dead almost entirely on Netflix, or on Apple TV, rather. But I decided to record it on my DVR one night, and I tried watching it on regular TV. It's freaking awful. I watched it. Oh, that's what it was. I watched it live without recording it because you can't watch it on Apple TV until the next day. So it came out on Sunday, so I watched it live. So we just paused it and walked away for 20 minutes and came back so we could fast forward through all the bullshit. But it's like every in 15 minutes they have this big break and the show stops, and it's a dumb way to intrude on television. It's like for whatever reason they started doing it like that and they stuck with it. And some guys do it like that with podcasts. Like I love Adam Carolla, but Adam Carolla does commercials like a radio show. He does them all the time. He does them every 15 minutes. You know, he's got like breaks, like hard breaks, just like a radio show. You know, I guess that's the world he came from. So he decided to just do it that way.
Well, these new marketing agencies that contact you now, they're trying to ruin you. They dangle big money at you, but they want you to read 18 times a show. You can't do that. It becomes what we went to get away from.
Yeah.
You know, so no.
I don't interrupt. I won't interrupt. I do it before, I do it afterwards. I'll post it on Twitter. If I think it's a good product and I enjoy it, I'll do it, but I'll do it with no contract. Like if I tweet something, like if you see me tweet something about Nature Box, it's because I like it. Like I got these sriracha cashews. They're the shit. I love them.
I love them.
So I tweet it. Like there's no agreement. I don't have it. There's no like you have to tweet this 5 times a week. There's none of that.
Tweet shit.
So I don't interrupt any podcasts, and I don't because I don't want that. When I'm listening to stuff, I like stuff to go all the way through to the end. And I'd be more inclined to support something that supported that than I would be to incline to support something that's that same old system. That system sucks, man. That every 15-minute system. You don't do it. You don't have commercials on any of your fucking
I don't do any commercial. Yeah, none at all.
That's silly. You need to make some money.
Well, I usually just say, hey, if you want to help out, just go to Shop Squad, and then that just takes care of everything in one little swoop.
Are we rocking a split screen now? Old school, like the old days? We're going old, but we're going new again.
Now, I'm sorry, what's the difference between Apple TV and Netflix?
Well, Netflix is incorporated in Apple TV. So if you have an Apple TV, there's Netflix in there. You just got to sign up for an account.
But you said that Apple comes out the next day. Netflix.
Yeah. No, Netflix doesn't have, I don't think they have The Walking Dead. If they do, it's probably like the earlier seasons. With Apple, you buy the whole season, like you rent a season. and you could watch like all the episodes at once, which is the shit. If you haven't done, do you watch Walking Dead?
No, I'm scared of that. You know, when I was a kid, I went to the one. We would get high and go to Dawn of the Dead and those type of movies. You know, and that was George Romero was the crazy when I was a kid. That's the guy that made all those movies.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
And I still remember that one thing with the black guys yelling, "Mama, Mama," and he stands next to the helicopter, and the helicopter just cuts the top of his head off.
Oh,
like, I just never. And I don't know. It's not for me, people walking around like zombies. I have fucking nightmares and stuff, so I don't watch nothing. American Horror Story is probably one of the scariest shows I've turned down and lasted for like 13 or 14 minutes.
Is it really?
That lady's fucking scary, dog.
Oh, yeah. What is her name again?
She used to be good looking. And
hot as fuck.
Yeah, hot as fuck when we were young.
What is her name? It's not Faith
Angelica
Dunaway.
Houston? Something like that. Not Angelica Houston, the other one. She was in The Mailman Always Rings Twice, The Postman Always Rings Twice.
She was hot back then. What is her name, man? Just try Jessica Lange?
Well, Jessica Lange.
Yes, that's who it is.
And
You
they
know, she was Fay Wray in the King Kong remake, the Dino De Laurentiis, is that his name? King Kong remake with Rick Baker, which is like, that was like the second King Kong. There was like the old school King Kong. It's a stop motion claymation that looked like shit. But then Rick Baker did a version of King Kong that was super sophisticated for the time. And Jessica Lange was the Fay Wray. And she was hot as fuck.
Bro, when Jack Nicholson put her on the table in that movie, it was tremendous. Look at her. She looked great.
She was smoldering. But you know what, man? She, as an actress, or an actor, I guess you say, doesn't need to be gender specific. She fucking holds her own right now. She is as good as anybody, man. She's so creepy on that show. She's so like powerfully creepy. You know, there's just a realism to her, the crazy that she projects. It scares the shit out of me, man.
And the black chick is on there too. The one that played Tina Turner with
Is she? She's in the new season? I haven't watched the new seasons.
The fat chick from that cut off Jack Caan's legs, James Caan's leg, and
Kathy Bates is in
Kathy
it?
Bates.
Oh my God,
Dog,
she's
it's
a
a
motherfucker.
fucking scary show. My wife watches. I walk past. I'm like, fuck you. I keep walking.
Do you have to watch the older seasons to be caught up, or is it a new season, a totally new story?
I don't know how it works, man.
You just tune in and freak out and then get out of the room?
I sit down for like 8 minutes. I watch Jessica Lange. I watch the black chick, and I get the fuck out of there.
That's
I
hilarious.
can't deal with that at all. I watched Angel Heart. I couldn't sleep. Fucking Angel Heart was on a couple weeks ago, and I stayed up and watched it. Scared the shit out of me.
It's really well written because they set up the first episodes. I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but a family moves into this house, and Jessica Lange is like the neighbor, or she comes by, and she comes by like unannounced. It's real creepy how she does it, and you know she's fucking nuts, and so the guy's there with his wife and his children, and you're like, oh fuck. Like, this is going to end terrible. It, like, draws you in, like, right away. You get nervous and you feel freaked out, like, right away.
Do you have Hulu, Joey? Did you ever get Hulu?
I think so. Yeah, I got Hulu.
I quit my cable also, and Hulu is actually one of the best ones because you can do shows usually the day after or at the same day. Like South Park's a good one on there if you like South Park.
What networks do they have? What networks does
They have a
Hulu
lot of Fox ones. They have
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, they have a lot of NBC, like Saturday Night Live and stuff like that. It's a nice blend of all the main networks, and also they also have movies on there, so it's a nice little change from. Also, Amazon Prime is another thing. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to all of Amazon Prime stuff. Also, and they have their own shows, and you can also rent movies through them, which is nice. So
wow, yeah, it's all the options that are
Changing,
available
that's
today.
it, man.
You're not the first person to tell me either. I have several friends that have canceled their
People
cable.
said, I don't want to do $1.50 no more. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it seems
I'm
ridiculous.
not doing it.
Netflix is $7 a month.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's $7.
Yeah.
Like, that's so insane.
And
they
the
have
other one's $8.99.
Yeah.
So for $20, you got everything.
And I think CBS just announced that they have something for like $5, and you just get all of his CBS, which is silly because you can get it for free already. But I guess the convenience of downloading whatever you want.
HBO's going, right?
Yeah,
They're going
HBO
to,
go.
you just want to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you just go HBO
Just go
online, right?
HBO online.
It's pretty much becoming a la carte, which is something that I've always wanted in a cable company, being able to pick and choose which channels you want. Cable companies are screwed.
Yeah, and when you develop a show, like when I was doing that sci-fi show, you film the show, you edit it, and once it's edited, then it has to wait for, whatever night it's on, Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, whatever it is. And then you wait for it to go on, and then the show broadcasts live Tuesday night at 8, and they sandwich in a bunch of shit that you don't want to see. So in between that, you're watching Prilosec commercials, fucking Toyota commercials, and all this shit that you don't give a you're just being, they're literally fucking with your experience. Just, come on, buy me. Come on, buy this. Hey, what about this? I feel better. Look at my wife. Look at my car. Next one. What about us? You could buy us too. What about us? Do you have insurance? Is your insurance run by a lizard? And they have all this freaking good. Oh, nice. And it ruins your experience. They don't have to do that anymore. What are they going to do for commercials?
Product placements, I think, mostly.
That's even grosser.
And I think that's the reason why we're paying a monthly subscription fee.
If you're like holding up a soda, and you're like, I know why he killed her.
It's done right, though. South Park is a good example of them doing it right, where they actually, I think, have sponsors, but they just trash the sponsor the whole time. And
really?
Yeah. Because out of nowhere, just one episode, they'll be doing like Dr. Pepper, but yet they just talk mad shit on Dr. Pepper the whole time.
You could talk shit on Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper's basically invincible.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're talking about Dr. Pepper, unless it's killing anybody, it's not killing anybody. But if you want to talk shit about the way Dr. Pepper tastes, you ain't affecting anybody.
Right.
I noticed that one night I was watching Diane Sawyer, the day that fucko said something. Who's the guy that said, Rush Limbaugh
What did he say?
pills? He took pills,
Oh, he was,
he took pills
OxyContin.
20 years ago. But then a couple of years ago on his radio show, he said something. I'm sitting there watching Diane Sawyer, and she pops up on the screen, and all of a sudden they pop up the sponsors that left him. Those sponsors were like, fuck Rush Limbaugh, we just hit the jackpot. That's what they don't really realize. If they sponsor Joey Diaz's radio show, and he says, fuck whoever, whatever genre group, and they get rid of him, Diane Sawyer's going to come up and go, did you hear what happened to Joey Diaz today? Look, and also they show American Airlines, Delta. Mm-hmm. Delta's going, we didn't lose. We freaking 6:30, Diane Sawyer.
Right.
That's as good as it freaking gets.
Yeah.
That's it. They didn't lose. So either way, you don't lose because they mention you.
Nobody loses.
They don't really freaking lose.
Did you see what happened with, here's a perfect example. And I'm not trashing Adam Carolla. Like I said, I love Adam. But Adam had this chick, Allison Rosen, who was on her show, and he just decided he wanted to try something different, which is his prerogative. But here's what happened. Her show shot through the freaking ratings. It was #1 out of all podcasts on iTunes. And you know why? Because people responded, because she's really nice. Like, Allison Rosen is really nice and really smart, and she's a good podcaster. So, like, I think, and I even sent her an email, I said, you're going to be fantastic on your own. Like, you don't need anybody. Like, it's probably better for her to be completely independent, because I think her show could be really profitable. It could be really good. And I think when you're that smart and that opinionated, you should have your own show. I mean, she's really good.
People always liked her.
Yeah,
People have always had a following.
She's
and
great.
she had her own show for a long time.
I was on it.
Well, she still has it. Allison Rosen is your best friend, or your new best friend.
So
it's really
when she got fired, her show just shot
through the ratings.
Through the fucking roof.
And I think that just shows you that, like, if it gets out there, if there's controversy, like, oh, Allison got fired, poor Allison, what are you, crazy? She's #1 now. She's #1. She's shot past all of us. She probably, because there were so many online stories about it, and
because the timing was really bad for her.
Well, yeah. She
just died.
Her dog died, and she was out of town, and it was done by email. There was like a lot going on with it. But hey, man, the guy should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants to do with his show. But the bottom line is, like, she showed that she was really good on the show, and then the controversy of him firing her was huge. It was way better than him, like, giving her, like, some title or a promotion, or like if he announced Allison Rosen been the vice president of controversy at Adam Carolla Enterprises, nobody would give a fuck. But her getting fired for it, like, if you got on the radio and you were like, fuck the Pope, fuck Castro, fuck all these cops could suck my dick, and then Nature Box pulled out and everybody got crazy. We are no longer sponsoring the Joey, and it was big all over these websites. Nature Box pulls out the Joey Diaz podcast. You would get hundreds of thousands more downloads that week. Hundreds of thousands.
Offers. Look at what's his name. 2.5 million, man.
Charlie Sheen.
He got fired, drugs, hookers, blow. Fuck, FX is right there with an envelope.
Not only did they have an envelope, they gave him the stupidest deal anyone's ever given anybody ever. He made all the episodes. They did a 100-episode deal, and they make them over a really short period of time. So they're just churning out scripts. Like, I don't have to tell you, it takes time to write something good. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have the best idea, like you'll hear about Quentin Tarantino. He did Blow. He ran up to his apartment real quick, and he just spent the next 6 hours writing a script to, Pulp Fiction 2 or something. Occasionally that does happen. Like, Hunter Thompson wrote most of his Charlie, the book he wrote about Hell's Angels. He wrote most of it coked up, like in one night. Like most of it. Like he finished up the book like in one night, just rattled off. It is possible, but most of the time you got to spend time. You got to do revisions. So they're not doing any of that. They're just fucking slamming them out there. And if it went past X amount of episodes, I forget what the deal was, they had to film all 90. So he got this huge deal. So he made like $900 million or something stupid, or $90 million. Just some ungodly sum of money from that deal. Something with a 9 in it. Jamie would know. I bet Jamie knows the exact number. I bet he's got it tattooed.
Well, he was talking about it all morning today. I love Gossip Jamie. The whole idea makes me laugh.
But it's the controversy for anything is almost like worth doing. That's why, people, they stir up shit on purpose. Like anybody that's in like the reality show business, they're all they're doing is just controversy. Can we get some controversy? If we have controversy, we got a show. Controversy. Ta 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 ta. I mean, that's all they're trying to sell. That's all they're trying to sell.
But you can see right through it.
You can.
I can. When I see a reality show, like, this is bullshit. This is the white chick who caught the black husband with a transvestite and took him back, and the show's on E, and she's like, what do I do? It's such a tough... He was with a fucking transvestite. You get rid of that fucking freak. And now she took him back again, and now they're on season 8, and, who even cares about that fucking broad? I don't give a fuck.
People care if they put them on the cover of a magazine. Like, if you're on the cover of a magazine, and that's what you sell, like those reality star type people. It just has to be, they're on the cover, and then something happens. She dumped him for this guy. There's a more handsome guy. Shit, now he's in the dumps. That's all you need to do. And all you need to do. And then people go, well, what happens next? What happens to him? What happens to her? Will they be reunited? Will she forgive him? Will he forgive her? They got me hooked. I mean, you don't even know what Kim Kardashian's voice sounds like. Do you understand that? Like, you would not be able to tell that. If Kim Kardashian was doing a commercial for Delta, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's Kim Kardashian. But if, like, say, what's her name from Friends?
Jennifer Aniston.
No, the other
Phoebe.
one. Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
What's her? No, not Phoebe Cates.
Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow. Thank you. Let's Gossip
Jesus.
Jamie. You hear how funny it is when he turns the mic on?
I
now?
know, that's
Turn it
ridiculous.
on for a second, just so everybody can hear the fan.
Oh
That
my,
is so
that's
stupid.
ridiculous.
That's so stupid. We're working it out, folks.
Gossip
We're working
Jamie.
it out.
Video
Gossip
looks-
Jamie.
The video looks beautiful, though.
What is her name again?
Courtney Cox,
Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow. Fucking guy's at the fake tip of his
Have
fingers.
you ever seen
She's very
Courtney
talented.
Cox's show
No, I have
with
not.
the plastic surgery?
Oh, I've seen her.
And
yeah.
they put Friends before it some nights on like TNT.
Fuck with her.
Or sometimes they have they have her on TNT and something on TBS. They have Friends on TBS.
no.
And Cougar Town, and you're in a hotel room after doing the show, and you go, and there they are, and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck happened?
That plastic surgery those chicks do, it doesn't make them look better. It just makes them look different. It's like when you start shit into your face to freeze it up and puff your cheeks up to hide wrinkles, it does not make you look better. It just makes you look different. And there's the uncanny valley. You know what the uncanny valley is? They do this is a term they use for video games, where with CGI, they're really close to being able to completely replicate what a person normally looks like. Don't pull up her face.
No, I'm not.
Don't be rude, you
Whose
son
face?
of a bitch. This motherfucker is gonna uncanny valley. Like there's some videos that you can see now, like that NVIDIA has created, where they are so close to it looking. What is this? What are you showing?
The Uncanny Valley. It shows you all the different steps. They're not seeing it, but this is for us.
Oh,
It's all the different versions of the Uncanny Valley. I'll pop it up so they can see
okay.
it.
Well, let me just explain the term. Don't pull this up. The term that they use in you're confusing the shit out of me
Yeah,
with
I have
that.
no idea
Shut this
what's
off.
going on
This has
here.
nothing to do with that. That's a different uncanny valley. The uncanny valley that we're talking about is the difference between CGI, like high-level CGI, and a person. Like, it's so close, but there's something creepy about it. And that's what they call it, the uncanny valley. There's this valley that they can't quite cross. Like, did you see...
The dead eye.
Yeah. Well, did you see the latest... shit? Have you seen that?
Not the
I'm pretty sure we
latest.
could show that. Show NVIDIA's latest technology for CGI.
Oh, the guy's face.
Yeah, the guy's face. We saw it in person. Me and Todd Messero from my TV show. We went to see it in person in Northern California. That's it. That's the guy. It's fucking incredible, man. But it still hasn't bridged that uncanny valley. We can show this on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is all NVIDIA's technology, and they have pores, they have sweat, but what they can't do is tongues. So when the guy's talking, they can't quite do tongues. And the teeth look a little fucking weird.
His
But-
eyes look dead.
Yeah. But damn, that's pretty close.
It is.
That's getting real close. But there's still something about it where you're like, man, I don't know.
They got skin down, but they don't have edge down. Like the edge detection around the forehead, you can see it's a little weird. And
Yeah, like a green screen,
yeah,
right?
It's
Yeah, it's like the difference between well,
lighting.
it's also, why is everything in the background blurry,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I guess that's just a sample, but still, it's.
But you're pretending this is an old school camera? Is that what you're doing? Like, why is that why is it all blurry like that? That's ridiculous. And his head's floating. But that's like real close. But they still, they can't do that yet. You know, they can't. I don't know why we were bringing up the uncanny valley. Lisa Kudrow.
Because of plastic
Plastic
surgery. That's
surgery.
why, because they got that uncanny freaking valley.
But that's what it is.
They all look the same, and they're all starting to look creepy and creepier. And they're not all going to be happy till they all look like Walking Dead or something like that. They're all going to be hanging out together. Oh, yours looks great. Did you get it done? No, you don't look fucking great. You look like a fucking something.
You look
you know.
monstrous. They start looking monstrous. It's unfortunate, and it looks, you know, it looks crazy. Like you're a crazy person. Like you're doing you know, it's not like some tribal thing where you're doing like some tribal scarring on your face.
The women
but it's
from
pretty
Mob
close.
Wives. Have you ever seen those women?
No.
The big one, Big Ange. I just saw her last night when I was scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's shooting shit like Chael Sonnen. She's just shooting shit constantly. All those women, those East Coast women, the fake tits, the fat taking off their body, the tightening the legs, the yes implants. You can put implants in your ass. By the way, Doug, I've been torturing this hooker for about a month.
What hooker?
Bobby Slayton style, just torturing her. You know,
Who?
I went to 7-Eleven one night on Magnolia there, and I come out and there's a black girl in a Jeep that is banging. And she comes out, she goes, "Are you a stand-up?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I really like to get into stand-up. I'd like to talk more about it." I go, "There's an open mic at the Ha-Ha. Go down there." She goes, "I've been down there, but the guy's rude to me and all this shit." So I go down there like 3 weeks later and I see her. And I'm like, "Hey, man, you been trying it?" She goes, "No, I'm still taking notes." I mean, this chick is gorgeous. She goes, "I'm still taking notes, but you can tell there's something not right. You know when there's something not right." So she's like, "You know, I just need somebody to take me under their wing and do it to me and all this stuff. Can I get your digits? And I'll give you a call." And then she started with the calls, you know, "How are you?" Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "I'm fine." She goes, "When can we? I can't teach you comedy. You got to go out there and do it, you know, blah, 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 blah." And then finally I would go, "Well, go here, you know, go over there, go to Fly." I don't know where else to go. And I wouldn't talk to her for weeks at a time. And she'd call me like, "Where you going to?" "I'm going to the comedy store." "Can you talk to them for me?" "I can't get you up at the fucking comedy store." And then one day she started talking about how Jeep blew up and she needs $1,000, you know, and right there I just started giggling. Like I just knew. Now, once they do that, you're intrigued
Right.
to see where it goes. Now you want to talk to them.
Right.
Now
Because she's
you
trying
want-
to play you.
Right. So then finally I got the call one night. She's like, "Are you going to be home in the next 10 minutes? Can I call you back? I'm busy right now." "Yeah." And I know she's got to be like a stripper or something, you know, because she disappears. Like she'll call me like at 8 and go, "Are you doing comedy tonight?" "Yeah, I'm doing the spot 11. "All right, I'm going to come see you." And then I'll never see it. And then she'll call me like a week later and go, she always disappears if it's after like 10. So she does something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So finally, she called me one night, and I'm like, I don't even want to talk to this. I can't even have fun with her.
Right.
Because she's trying to lie to me. At least if she would just tell me she was a hooker, I would torment her.
Right.
So finally the clouds parted, and she's like, I really need this $1,000. I really need 2,700. But I could take 1,000 to help me out. So you need 2,700.
But I could take
But you'll
1,000.
take 1,000.
But I could take 1,000 to help me out.
And I
Like,
go-
you're like, well, I don't know.
And she's a DJ. Supposedly she's a DJ. She DJs too. That's why I don't see her late night. Because I DJ, okay. What do you DJ? Oh, I just do independent parties. Really? What do you make? 500 a night. Then what the fuck you need 1,000 for? Well, they want 3,000 for my Jeep. Oh shit. So I finally said, this bitch is crazy. I'm not gonna give her any money. So the other night, I pull up at 7-Eleven. I'm not gonna give her money, Joe. You're crazy. I pull up at 7-Eleven. I see her at the counter, and I'm sitting with Lee, and she comes out. And she's like, "How come you don't return my calls no more? What's wrong with you?" I go, "Listen, I just been busy. I'm doing comedy over the valley, down over the hill. You're never around. I can't help you." She's like, "You really got to help me with that money." Me and Lee are howling because I told Lee about it. Me and Lee are howling.
She hasn't seen you in a week, and she's running up to you. You
yeah.
really got to help me with that
you really
money.
got to help me with that paper. So I said, all right, let me drop Lee home, and I'll call you. So I called, and I go, listen, how much do you need? She goes, $1,000. I go, listen, I'm not just going to give you $1,000. She goes, then what do you want to do? I go, well, if I give you $1,000, I'm going to put it in every orifice in your fucking body. And there was like silence, I'm not going to fuck this chick,
I know. You're just playing.
I'm just pushing
Wanna
it.
see
I
what's
hate
up.
when women try to play you. Like, just
Yeah.
tell me you want to get out here, and I'll give you the Gino in the room. And she still refuses. She's like, I don't know what you're talking. I go, listen, if I give you the 1,000, I'm gonna stick it in your fucking ass. I mean, this ain't no game. And she's like, okay. And finally,
She said, okay?
Yeah, she broke.
Oh,
she goes, where are we
that's
gonna
hilarious.
go? And I go, I'll take it to a hotel, wherever the fuck,
Oh,
whatever.
that's hilarious.
And I go, meet me on the corner by the gym now. I'm like, she's still waiting. She's been calling me since Thursday night, every hour at the hour. Where you at, boo?
Where you at, boo? I
Get
need
the
that money.
fuck
You got to
outta
help
here.
me with that paper.
I'll go half seas with somebody if you want to go half.
Nothing bothers me more.
I went the bottom half though.
Nothing bothers me more. I gotta tell you something, Brian. She's fucking amazing.
Yeah. 7-Eleven
She said
corner
she's
of
from
what?
Jersey.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Magnolia and Tahunga. That's 7-Eleven there.
Dude, you're giving out her spot.
Who gives
Come
a
on,
fuck?
Joey.
Let him go over
You're
there.
blowing up her spot.
She needs $1,000.
Someone's going to go down there and go, Joey Diaz has been talking shit about you.
I
on
don't
the
give
pod."
a fuck. She needs $1,000. I ain't gonna give it to her.
Someone's going to find her and put a camera in her face.
Listen to me. There's a black chick for months that's a 10 with a blonde wig that I've seen her walk in that studio. In fact, she hangs out outside of Gelson's and waits for old Jewish old men.
Really?
I've seen her. I've parked there. My wife has gone to Gelson's. I waited outside with the baby and seen her with a blonde wig. I've been in that coffee shop when she walks by and everybody looks at her. She's young. She's young because she came into the coffee shop once and she started asking us questions about where this at, like playing us, like just in case somebody said, you look good.
Right.
Well, I ain't busy right now. What are you doing? You could tell she's a hooker.
Right.
They get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
She's a professional. The young girl does it right. She doesn't wear the heels. She has the backpack. She's the real deal. I've seen her up and down that fucking thing for months. So this girl, if you do it right, they get away with it with the backpack and no sexy
You
clothing.
don't want a blonde wig. Black and blonde wig always makes me think transgender.
Black and blonde?
Black
What,
one with the
redheaded wig? They're good?
Yeah.
That's the Brian test.
Yeah.
Her hair is bright
The
orange. Let's
blonde
fuck.
wig is weird
Blonde wig is weird?
on a black lady.
Oh, okay.
It just looks kind of like
It's
you're
odd.
disguisey.
Well, it's, you should be able to wear whatever the fuck you want to wear, but when I see like a Chinese chick with blonde hair, or an Asian chick with blonde hair, or a black chick with blonde hair, I'm like, you look good with black hair. Like, you don't have to do that.
Right.
But what difference does it make?
Eve
Who
looks
gives a
good with
shit?
blonde hair.
Who's Eve?
Eve, the chick from that TV show, the rapper.
What TV show is that?
I don't know. Eve.
Jamie, you know what it is.
What's the name of the shit?
It's Eve from like the 90s, early
She's
2000s rap
tall.
music.
She's tall. She's in barbershop. She has blonde hair. Not this fucking guy. That looks like the old manager from the Comedy Store. Eve is fucking
Philadelphia?
right there.
Ooh,
But she looks
Damn.
good. She's big, Joe Rogan. That's a big mama.
that's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she's good looking. I like her. Look at her. Yeah, she's in barbershop. But I think she wears a blonde wig.
That's her
yeah.
hair,
That's
bleached blonde. It looks like.
That's nice.
No, she's banging, guys, and she's tall.
Well, so many black chicks wear weaves, which is really strange. Like they wear hair like kind of sewn into their hair.
Have you ever smelled it? It smells funny.
Yeah, it's got oils and stuff.
I've hugged a
Funny
black chick.
like Carrot Top or funny like Louis
funny.
C.K.
Funny like gasoline. And odors like
Gasoline.
like she'll explode if I got a joint next to her ear.
I gotta think there'd be some fermenting going on, right?
And it's hard. It's not like never mind. I can't say that story.
Well, you feel the weave when you run your fingers through it.
Yeah, you can't really. It feels like plastic. There's a whole bunch of different kinds. Like Tiffany Haddish had one that was like plastic, where it felt like it looked like the Predator's hair. And have you seen Tiffany Haddish's hair lately? Now she just has this humongous like 70s fro.
Nice.
And every time she's in a picture with somebody, it looks like she like in between two ferns. It's great.
Yeah, we know this documentary, Jamie. Shut all the shit off.
Hair.
So weaves is like what the blonde girl had. Hillary.
Yes.
Weave. That's a weave. I'm talking about what black girls had. Like
Yeah, that's a weave too.
Okay.
It's a hair
I was
weave.
confused.
We
Yeah.
could get a weave.
Yeah, guys can get weaves.
Yeah, they just sew your hair onto other hair.
Like Nicolas Cage in all his movies.
Yeah.
He gets a fucking weave and everything.
Well, they also have these wigs that have it's like a lace front, so it looks like your skin, like they glue it to your head, and it looks like the hair is coming right out of your skin until you get right up in there, and you're like, what the fuck's going on there?
Yeah, they don't have that down right either,
No.
because there's that show Undercover Boss. I don't know if you ever see that, where they take like a CEO of like Boston Market, and then he gets thrown in as a regular employee at one of their stores, and it's cool because he catches all the things wrong with his store, and people don't know. But they always give him like the dumbest like fake mustache, and it looks so fake. And all the employees have to be like, all right, what is this, Undercover Boss? Like there's
The
something going on
employees
here.
are probably all in on it.
Yeah,
It's probably all.
Yeah.
Then there's so much of those shows they're faking. Like, what? I'm in trouble? What? Like, so many of them are set up in advance, and especially ones that make people look bad. Because you got to think like, how much are they going to pay this person to ruin their life? Like, what are they going to give you? $1,500? Like, what scale on one of those shows? They're going to ruin your life, and you agree to this. They can't just film you and put you on television. Like, you have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, well, they say how they do that is they say it's a different reality show. It's like, this is a reality show about a guy he's a waiter at this table, and we're giving him the opportunity to own his own restaurant. So it's like another game show that's not Undercover Boss. That's how they sign the papers, and
So it's deception.
Yes, deception.
That seems like they can get sued.
Well, it's deception by its own company that they work for. So I think it's kind of, there's like that loophole.
What a they're
Once you cash the
cannibalizing each
check,
other.
there ain't no going back.
Yeah.
This poor kid's been making $10 an hour. You give him a check for $600 a day. Once you cash that check,
true.
there ain't no going back, Jack. You know, that's.
There's a lot of those shows now too. It's amazing how easy it is to make one of those shows.
They're still hidden camera shows.
Yeah.
Did you know that? My friends
yeah.
still executive produce hidden cameras.
Well, Howie Mandel has that show, right? He has a show where he does hidden camera things, where
With
you
the
make
re-
money the more you get people to do. Like, you gotta tell your wife you're leaving her for a man, and and you get like $500 for that. You get more for more things you do. It's like, I did that show for CBS years ago, like 6 years ago. It was called Game Show in My Head. And we would put like this little earpiece in these people, and then they would go out and we would make them do it on camera. Like, we had this guy, put him in the middle of Hollywood, and told him that gave him a suit and put some news cameras, like it was a news camera show, and had these people come over, and you had to tell people that you were there to talk to someone who was a witness for a UFO. And they took off, and you got to ask these other people, would you pretend it was you? Would you pretend that you saw this UFO? And you got to get them to admit that they were taken aboard the aircraft and that they were probed, that they did some medical examinations on them. And they got people to do it.
Yeah.
That's how I knew that that was like a huge eye-opener for me about how full of shit people are when it comes to UFOs. When everybody's talking about it, yeah, it came down the field, and it wasn't from Earth. I've seen a lot of airplanes on TV. It didn't look nothing like that, and it was spinning around in a circle, and there was no doors, and I saw these little... Those people are full of shit. There's a giant percentage of those people. You put a camera in front of their face, and they just start talking. And that we didn't have no problem. We got like 7 people to just right away to just start making shit up right off the top of their head. All of them did it. No one said no. It was ridiculous. And everyone that did that show with me, we all left there and we were like, what the man? Like, everybody just lied. Like, at least I expected a few people to be like, what? You want me to make up a story about being taken aboard a UFO? Get the fuck out of here.
That's the reality show.
Yeah.
Just to play Martians. And get like a fake rocket ship and just go to places like at 1 in the morning, like landing. We're here, bitches.
Yeah.
See all these motherfuckers that have wanted to see Martians all these fucking years run down that street like it's King Kong.
They would start shooting.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, in
that's-
today's world, they would start shooting.
Too many people have guns.
Yeah, in today's world, people would shoot one of those
Well,
fucking
yeah, how about in the fucking 90s? They would have shot UFOs. They would shoot UFOs. Anytime someone's had a gun, they're willing to shoot like a UFO if it lands. Like the odds of if you get 1,000 people with guns and a UFO lands in front of them, 500 people are pulling that fucking trigger.
Now, let me ask you this. You're an
Right?
intelligent guy. When you have a UFO landing and you have 10 people that concur, they saw the same thing or they saw something. What is that?
Well,
Can I go from door to fucking door and pay people? I mean, what the fuck?
it could be a bunch of things. The thing is, it could be from another planet. It could be. Look, if it's possible for us to put a rover on Mars, it's possible for them to send a ship from another galaxy. Of course it's possible. Not only that, we assume that these aliens that everybody keeps seeing, these gray aliens with the big black eyes, we assume that they're living beings. They could easily be robots. If we're this close to crossing that uncanny valley and making some sort of an artificial computer-generated image, if the technology continues to accelerate to the point where you can actually get a ship to go through a fucking wormhole, the real like impeding factor, I would think, would be biological life. Like, why send something living when you can make something artificial? They're so close to being able to make artificial life. And when I say so close, within 100 years, I mean, I don't think anybody disputes that. They'll have some form of artificial life within 100 years.
A robot with
Right.
skin that looks like us?
Now go in the future. The Earth is 4-something billion years old, but we're not the oldest planet. We're not in the oldest galaxy. Like, not even close. Like, the universe is 14 billion years old, supposedly. So that means an extra 10 billion years for things to form and possibly grow. Even 1 billion years, even 1,000,000 years. Who the fuck knows what we could do in 1,000,000 years? So if these UFOs show up and these little aliens are inside of it, they're probably robots. I would assume that unless they figure out some incredible way to bypass space and time and to fold space and create a wormhole and punch through like they did in Event Horizon and all these, physics documentaries where they talk about the possibility of using wormholes, and it's all like crazy theoretical shit. But until they figure out how to do that and send like monkeys back and forth for a few years, they're not. I mean, why wouldn't they just send robots? Just like we're sending a robot to Mars. I mean, it looks like a toaster and it's got wheels and it's rolling around, but it's a robot. If we sent a robot that looked like Tracy Lords and it was walking around on Mars, I mean, that would be what it looked like. It just so happens that we sent one that looks like a toaster. But it doesn't. In 1,000 years from now, we could send whatever the fuck we want. We could send Bob Costas to the moon. Robot Bob Costas will be reporting from the surface of the moon.
I've never been a big Martian guy. And I always thought that, you always think that the high population of areas are Area 51 and maybe in the South.
Right.
And you just write it off. But it isn't. The high populations of Martian sightings and UFOs is where I grew up. It's northern New Jersey. I couldn't believe it.
Well, you know why? This is the conspiracy theory. Do you know the conspiracy theory?
Why?
That's where Bell Laboratories are.
In Jersey?
Yes. The big conspiracy. This is the big conspiracy. This goes way back. There was a company on the internet, I don't know if you remember it, called the American Computer Company. And they had this website. They made computers. It was back in the day where you call up or you would fill out like specs. Like, hey, I want a 300 Celeron processor and this and that. And they would put together a computer for you. But they also had this website page that was dedicated to conspiracies about the creation of the was it the transistor?
The stereo.
There was
laboratories.
Yeah.
The stereo.
Yeah, there was certain aspects of sound and electronics that were invented in Bell Laboratories, and this website supposedly pulls. This is the big conspiracy. Pulls the cover over the creation of these things and says all this shit came out of Area 51 from some shit that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. It was all about the Roswell, New Mexico crash. They took all those whatever those parts of those UFOs were and back engineered them, and that's how they created all this stuff. And this website was totally dedicated to it. It was talking about how there's a military base that's outside of Bell Labs, like that they said was to protect New York City. They're like, why would you protect New York City from way the fuck out there? You wouldn't. It would take way too long for everything to coordinate. But it's right next to Bell Labs, and during the military days of I guess this is like Bell Labs was probably created post World War II, I think. So you got to think, there's the Cold War days and the Russians, and there's all the technological races to try to get to the moon and all that other shit. I mean, we were racing with the Russians, virtually everything, nuclear power, nuclear weapons, space travel. And so this Bell Labs apparently played a very vital role in, United States strategic technology advancement, like for whatever it was. But this American computer company was convinced that all this shit came from UFOs, from the crash saucer in Roswell, and they back engineered it. There's a lot of people that believe that.
Northern New Jersey is like the capital, if you look at fucking sightings. It's not Roswell. It's Northern New Jersey. That's Karlstadt all the way to like Bergen County.
Well, it could also be the air quality in New Jersey is so bad that people are just delirious all the time.
But
they're living in those swamp towns.
But there's one story that came in North Bergen, and this is the part of town where it's uppity. And they interviewed all these people. And I stayed up one night and looked at it. There's a tape on YouTube. There's a video on YouTube. They show where the thing landed on the baseball diamond and all this shit. But then they went to all those business owners. And whenever you see, last night I was watching something. They showed a view of New York. There's a circular building. That's the building that complained the most. That they saw the lights, people landing, taking samples of dirt out. I mean, could have been anybody fucking with them. But not all these people in conjunction. Not, all right, the liquor store owner maybe had a couple cocktails. But all these people in the building saw the lights, the flashing, they heard the landing, they heard the booms. Maybe crazy.
Maybe all those broads were just seeing stars.
He mocks his own line. Meanwhile, you thought about that before you said it. You're like, this is the shit.
Well, you kept on saying that they saw lights, and you're talking about Jersey, so whatever.
You know what I think? That's terrible. You don't even explain it.
I know.
It doesn't work. You know what I think, too? The CIA came out with this report recently about how many of the UFO sightings that people saw was actually experimental aircraft that they were working on. And that was real recent. Like, they admitted this kind of stuff. But then you also have, like, remote-controlled drones. I mean, they've had that kind of technology, like radio-controlled technology. They've had that for a long time. And they've been able to do things not, like, quite to the level that they can do them now. But they've been able to do things like they used to have drone airliners. They could send an airliner with no people on it, just launch. They were going to use that. That was part of Operation Northwoods. They were going to blow it up. They can't land them. They couldn't land them in like 1962, but they could launch them. So what they were going to do is they were going to have this plane take off, and they were going to say all these people were in it, and they were going to blow it up in the sky, and they were going to blame it on Cuba. And that was going to be what led us to go to war with Cuba, because that was when, like, the Russians were trying to put military bases there, and they were going to have missiles pointed at the U.S. from right over there. That was the Bay of Pigs and all that shit. Like, it got real hot and heavy. There was this, like real showdown between the United States and Russia over Cuba and over them having missiles in Cuba. And one of the things they were going to do, they were going to arm Cuban friendlies. They were going to give, like, people that they had good relationships with, they were going to give them arms and have them attack Guantanamo Bay, because we have a military base in Cuba. And this blowing up this airliner was a big part of their thing. Like, everyone's going to make up a bunch of fake people. They're all missing, and have actors play their parents crying on TV, all that kind of shit. But they had the capability in 1962 to shoot a plane up. They couldn't land it, like I said, but they could definitely fly that flipping thing. It's pretty crazy. So you got to think, how many, like, remote-controlled, like, saucers did they have? How many remote-controlled... I mean, some of the drones that they have now, they look completely alien.
This is early 70s.
Yeah.
This is when the Martians landed in Hudson County Park, or mid-70s when they landed. So, but since then, it's there's a ton of spots and people spotting those things in northern New Jersey.
Yeah, CIA admits most UFO sightings in the 1950s and the 60s were our planes. Yeah, they have all these crazy jets apparently they're working on. It was confirming in a report that the U-2 spy planes and test flights over the U.S. coincided with a lot of the UFO sightings. Yeah, I mean, think about that. And have you ever seen one of those stealth bombers in real life? You ever seen one flying overhead?
No.
Dude, it looks like you're in a science fiction movie. It's like some War of the Worlds, Star Trek type shit. We were in Palmdale, and we were doing Fear Factor, and we saw several of them because Fear Factor started post 9/11, so it was like right after 9/11. It was actually one of the things that people were saying. Like one of the dumbest reporter questions that I got when I was doing press for Fear Factor. This lady goes, "Don't you think that it's in poor taste to have a show that concentrates on fear right after 9/11?"
Wow.
Like, you fucking idiot. They're going to jump off a bridge with a bungee cord and eat an eyeball. Like, yeah. it's like the terrorists won. You're right. The terrorists won. But my point being that, like, when those things flew by, we were out there in Palmdale, and those things flew by because it was like a lot of military activity. Like, it was right when the war was about to start. They looked like they were from another planet, man. I know they weren't. I know where they were going. They were going to Edwards Air Force Base. It's right out there. Didn't matter. When you see them, you're like, oh my God, those are aliens. Like, it feels like they're alien. Like, you see that black thing.
The sound, I bet.
Dude, they're fast as shit. And they don't look like any plane you've ever seen before. They look like spaceships. It looks like a scene in Star Wars where you have some sort of a starport, and then, you know, in the background, all these planes are landing and taking off into space. I mean, that's what we all thought we would be seeing by now anyway, right? We would all, if you were a kid and you said, "Hey, Joey, what do you think it's going to be like in 2015? You'd be like, "Oh, space travel for sure," right? Everybody thought we'd have bases on the moon by now. Everybody thought we'd be flying around in jets. Everybody would be going all over the place. And
hover cars, Back to the Future. This was the year that 2015 was Back to the Future too, when he comes in and there's all the cars flying around. We had hoverboards. And
yeah, no flying cars.
Nothing.
The flying cars they do have will fucking kill you. Actually, there's one that's supposed to be pretty good. There's a couple different guys who've made flying cars, but one of them has like these folding wings, and you drive around like this, and then when you take off, the thing goes clink clink, and shoo, the wings come down, and you fly. Like, so you're driving around with the wings up, and you can drive around town like a normal, you know, as good as like a Prius or something. And then when you want to, you lower the wings down.
405 got traffic. Pick this motherfucker up right here.
I would need a large parachute on that thing.
there's gonna be drunk drivers in the sky now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's houses will have like a car in it at one point.
I think once they figure out like Google Drive, you know, like Google driving cars, and they figure out how to keep cars in their lanes and have them avoid each other, like no matter what, they can't collide. Once that technology becomes like standard, then I think might be able to have some sort of flying vehicle. But until they do, you're going to have people, like, you ever watch people in, like, little private planes just fly around? They can fly around. I went with Phil Hartman. He took me up to look at real estate, and we got in he had a little single-engine plane, and we took this plane up into the sky, and we just flew. He went wherever he wanted to. Like, I'll show you where Malibu is. He doesn't have to call somebody and say, "Hey, I'm going to fly over by Malibu. Is that cool?" No, he just does it. Like, they hit each other sometimes.
All the time. One just crashed on Van Nuys the other day.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was landed right in the Balboa Lake.
The only
Lake
reason
Balboa,
why more don't is because there are not more people flying.
Yeah.
You know? Did you watch people spin out like retards in this rain?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You saw him?
so many people. Yeah, I saw so many people crash in the rain. They just forgot how to drive in the rain.
Yeah, I got some good videos. I have that dashboard camera now, so everywhere I go, it records HD video. And every night during the rainstorms, just pull out, save it to computer. There's just tons of clips of people like running red lights and almost hitting other cars.
They don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
They don't know how to slow down. It's amazing. California, we get rain maybe 10 times a year on a crazy year. No, people don't believe that, but that is real, right? I mean, the last year, did we get rain 3 times last year? Was it even 3 times? Yeah. Probably wasn't, right? They say we need 11 trillion gallons of water to even out what we've lost in this 3-year drought.
We're still in a bad drought, right? Like that. None of that rain did anything.
I mean, it's better than no rain, but we need 11 trillion gallons.
Up north, they're taking the water out of the ground. Recycling all the vegetation that's up north, you know, Bakersfield, all those little towns that live off cherries and whatever the fuck they live off, strawberries and shit.
Yeah, like
I just watched
agricultural
it on
towns,
60
right?
Minutes a couple of weeks ago. It was on. New company. They're busy in 2020.
Are they making wells? Is that what they're doing?
No, they come up and pull the water from all the deepest parts of the earth, and they recycle it and use it again.
It's not a well?
No, they go deep. Look it up. It was just on 60 Minutes maybe 3 weeks ago. Really interesting.
I'm amazed that no one's figured out a way to take salt out of water. I mean,
They do.
They have.
They have.
right,
They have.
but it's not
It's
commercially
expensive.
effective.
It's really
Sewer
expensive.
water. They have the new one with sewer water, and they had the people drinking it.
Yeah.
Right from the fucking sewer, and people drinking water that look like this, dog. Right from the sewer, already
Yeah, Bill Gates had.
syringes, condoms, pills, fucking old sneakers, and you're there drinking it like a fucking mojito,
And you pay for it.
and you pay for it. But it's a new machine, and it's tremendous.
What are you
Do,
gonna say?
do you think in the future we're going to have our own water? Like the water is going to be so bad that we have our own, like, I don't know, 20 gallons supply of water that we can use to cook, wash ourselves, then we pee it out, clean it, but it's our personal water. Like you have to like keep your own water.
That's totally possible.
Yeah, right?
It actually might not be the worst idea. I would
No.
be happier drinking my piss water
Right. Because
than
then you can
someone
hack
else's
it.
piss water. You could hack it.
Yeah, and would you use your girlfriend's water? Like you and your loved one would switch waters because it's a little bit
Well, here's the deal. All of your water came out of someone's dick. How
Right.
about that?
Dinosaur
But
balls.
Think about it. Some animal most likely pissed away some water and it evaporated, came down as rain, and who? I mean,
can't kill water.
yeah, water. I think the amount of water we have is finite. Like, and even though we're like, oh, we're running out of water, I think the water is going somewhere. I mean, it's still in Earth. It's like you might not be able to get to it. It might be pouring in Seattle, or it might be, but it's all just water. Like somehow or another, it gets reused, it evaporates, it comes down again. It's all kind of contained in this crazy ball. And they say that a lot of the water that we drink, it's very likely some of it passed through an animal's body and was pissed out and was filtered down through the like a stream. Like, have you ever like seen a creek where you have like crystal clear spring water that's coming down from a glacier? Like that is woolly rabbit's dick pissed out some of this water, and that water like seeped into the earth or gets sucked up in moisture. It's very possible that a lot of this stuff actually came from animals' dicks. So if we get to a point where we're so good at recycling water that when you're getting water, even though it was poopy water or piss water or whatever, there's nothing in there but water. It's absolutely clear, pure water.
And
If they-
spirits.
And spirits?
Yeah.
Spirits
it,
of your
it
farts?
collects the spirits of the past. You can't get the spirits.
Like, imagine if they drained the Hudson River and used that water. How many bodies are in that
Oh,
fucking
my
water? How many people went over the bridge and threw a bag of blow over?
Oh, yeah.
Or a hooker's finger, or a hooker, or condoms in that river. They're gonna eventually they're gonna clean it out with that machine. They got a bunch of those machines.
Well, don't-
Purifies it, the whole thing, man.
Don't they already do that with a lot of water? They take sewage treatment
Yeah.
and they treat the water and then they put it right back into the supply.
That's what they do right now. That's our waters or that drainage, the LA River or whatever. That all gets clean and put back into the faucets. Do you guys even drink faucet water anymore? Though I was thinking about this the other day. I won't touch my water.
Right, but don't you cook with it? That's an issue. Like we all cook with
Yeah.
faucet water.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't use my kitchen. I just eat out.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I do cook with it.
What if you like make tea or coffee?
No, I do.
borrow water?
Yeah, I have a Arrowheads.
Yeah, all
so,
right.
People like to be bohemian, use that city water. I was watching some news show the other day. I forget what town I'm in, but it was showing, I think it was San Francisco, they were showing all these different blocks where you couldn't drink the water right now. Like there was this whole area where they're saying, don't drink the water if you live on these streets. Like, what? What are you saying? Like, I have to just be on Twitter or I have to be paying attention to the news to know this? What if I'm a guy that just likes to read newspapers and sit at home for a few days and I'm drinking the water? Are you knocking on my door? Are you telling people? Are you assuming they have Facebook? You're just going to make them drink this shit water? They should have stormtroopers knock on everybody's door. Don't drink the water. But they don't.
I have hard water. What's that? Because if I wash my car with my car will be white when it dries.
Minerals.
Yes. Is that
Yeah.
really bad for you or really good? Seems like it'll be good for you.
I think some trace minerals are good for you, but I don't know if like that quantity of minerals is
bad.
good for you, like hard water.
It's really hard water.
But they say that that's one of the things that it's bad for people when you have distilled water As you drink distilled water, it doesn't have any minerals in it. Like, you can actually kind of fuck your body up if you only drink distilled water. Like, distilled water is something that wrestlers take a lot of times before they cut weight, because when you drink it, it flushes all your system out, it flushes all the minerals in your body. But a lot of people are saying, like, I don't think Dolce fucks with that stuff. I think a lot of guys are saying, like, that's not good for you. Like, you need those. Like, those elements of the water, with minerals, it might make it easier to dehydrate yourself that way, because but it's not good. Like, I think all that shit in water is actually probably good for you.
I'm laughing because my old Coke dealer used to drink distilled water.
Really?
Probably guy was
He's all messed up now.
potential health impacts of hard water. Here it goes. This is a PubMed study. So it says, in the past 5 decades or so, evidence has been accumulating about an environmental factor which appears to be influencing mortality, in particular cardiovascular mortality, and this is the hardness of the drinking water. Oh, shit. In addition, several epidemiological investigations have demonstrated the relation between risk for cardiovascular disease, growth retardation, reproductive failure, and other health problems, and the hardness of drinking water or its content of magnesium and calcium, which is weird because magnesium and calcium are things that people take as supplements.
Right.
There's like a balance to being a person, you know? Like, if you drink a pound of salt, you're dead. You know, that's fucked. In addition, the acidity of the water influences the reabsorption of calcium and magnesium in the renal tubule. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. Not only calcium and magnesium, but other constituents also affect different health aspects. Thus, the present review attempts to explore the health effects of hard water and its constituents. Wow, that's crazy, man. Alzheimer's disease is linked to Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer.
It's all of them.
This is terrible. Hard water's freaking terrible for you.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
Shit. Well, the only thing
Wow.
I use it for is really just taking a shower. So hopefully that doesn't.
But is that bad for you? Because I know that, like, you absorb magnesium through your skin. It's one of the benefits, actually, of like flotation tanks. They absorb magnesium
Right.
through your skin. Yeah. But maybe they need to do studies on that. Maybe it's not good to absorb too much magnesium through your skin. I know you're taking magnesium, though, is like, especially for men, it's very beneficial. There's correlations between magnesium and testosterone, and zinc and testosterone as well. This is weird. Oh, so it's a ratio of magnesium and calcium in the water. It's a crucial factor indicating the hardness. So I guess it's just like when it gets really wacky. There's concentrations of dissolved calcium and magnesium in soft and hard water. You're dealing with like hard numbers, I guess.
hard.
Yeah. It's weird because like minerals are really good for you. It's important. Like if you don't have minerals, that's where osteoporosis comes from. You know, lack of calcium, your body starts drawing calcium out of your bones. Like one of the best ways to prevent it, you take calcium. But they also say that a lot of our farmlands, like the vegetables that we're getting and the plants that we eat, a lot of them are nutrient deficient because a lot of the farmlands, like they've been growing shit on them for so long. They kind of like sucked all the good stuff out of the ground.
They're dead. It's dead
You
dirt.
know?
Like the cigars in Cuba, they say they're not that good no more.
Really?
That's what some of the old-time Cubans said. The fucking ground has been, you know, how many fucking leaflets can you get out of there since 1940?
They
With
have
the
to do a
same
really
dirt,
good job
you know?
of protecting the dirt. You got to use mulch. You know, you got to use compost. You got to like
Manure.
replenish manure. Yeah, and also compost is big too. Replenishing the nutrients. Like that's the thing about dirt is it's like you look at soil, you think of it as dirt, but it's like it's alive. There's all sorts of shit in there. There's not just like minerals. There's organisms and worms and bugs. Like you need worms. Like worms are great. People add worms to their garden. You like want them all living in there. You know, you want all that soil. You want worms shit. You want worms and shit. You want them to eat the dirt and shit. It makes it all nice, easy to grow in.
Like those mushrooms I ate in Vegas with Ari and those guys. Those fucking things were good, Jack.
Joey was up till 5 o'clock in the morning. You never see Joey
I
up
didn't
till 5 in
sleep.
the morning. You didn't sleep?
I went right to the airport. Got the fuck
Wow.
out of there at 7-something. Didn't sleep till like 2 that afternoon.
Good visuals.
Those days are over with. You gotta go deep to see visuals and dragons and shit.
So it's
Put on
body?
fucked up music.
Just
Nah,
body.
I just giggled. my ass off. It was tremendous.
What is Vegas like on mushrooms? Like, what is the experience of the craziness of Vegas?
I didn't really. We went and did the show.
Right.
I walk off stage and I had a fucking handful. I ate them, and that was my Vegas.
Yeah, but then we went out. We had some dinner.
Yeah, but we didn't really walk and talk to crazy people.
Right.
You know, I mean, Duncan had that fucking meth guy after the show that was telling him about, you know, the fucking Satan and all that stuff. But besides
Duncan was
that,
giving him his email address.
yeah, that's
Hey,
the-
contact me, man.
That's the mushrooms when you go out in public, any of those drugs, it becomes something else. It really enhances. You know, there's a couple different mushrooms you could take. I mean, for trips, you know, you could take the mushroom at home and become very, whatever that word is, into yourself and writing. Or you could take mushrooms and leave and go for a flipping complete different odyssey. That's an odyssey when you go out with like 4 friends and you're really fucked up, and you have to be tight with those 4 friends. So I don't have to look at you. We don't have to communicate. All I have to do is look at you, and I can send you the flipping mushroom telepathically. We know. We'll lose each other in a bar, and every couple of hours we'll just look at each other, and we'll know. You know what's going on by that look, like, and your own body will tell you. Like, you'll be drinking, giggling, all of a sudden something. Where's Joe? And you'll look at that same time, and we'll look at each other and go, and you go back. That's the fun of it. It's that certain connection with your friends. With me, I didn't grow up on mushrooms. I was more of a microdot acid guy growing up. All those
Right.
type of hallucinogenics, which were basically fucking poison. But I had the same experience as my friends. We go into large venues, concerts. We all didn't sit together, but we'd always find each other.
Duncan told me he took that kind of acid that has formaldehyde in the blotter acid on paper. You know, he said he's been taking pure stuff for a while, and he took this stuff, and he was like, "It's so disgusting." He was like, "It hurt my bones." He was like,
Strychnine.
yeah.
Strychnine, the
It's like
rat poison. Yeah, that's been around, you know.
Yeah.
Why does it have strychnine?
Well, that's all part of the process. Like when you smoke crack, there's turpentine in there. You know?
But acid's supposed to be just
stick
LSD.
to the paper. Supposedly, what we were told, it was to stick it to the
For the
paper.
paper.
It
right.
really is strychnine? Is that a Snopes thing?
It might have been a Snopes thing. I do know that when I used to have it in my vials and like sell it, and I would just like, you got a sugar cube, and I'll just drop a little drop on the sugar cube. That never had the back or the bone problems, you know, with the liquid acid. And the microdots didn't either, because those were like those little black ones that pretty much just had a bubble of acid. in the
Right,
middle.
a bubble of acid in it. The liquid always worked for me. The liquid and the sugar cube or in the eye, right in the eyeball.
I never did the eye. I never
That
tasted
would fuck me up. I was very fortunate. I got to meet these guys when I was growing up that were hallucinogenic expert. You know, that's what they did. They made that shit on the weekends. All week long. And they pumped it out to college kids, but they pumped out, you know, grosses. They would sell you 144 hits, you know. And that's all they did. And they made 10,000 hits of everything a week. And every time you went up there on Saturday, they had something different.
Yeah, it's okay. Anti-drug educators frequently tell their students that some variant of the theme of inevitable strychnine poisoning through LSD use. For example, the strychnine is commonly sold as a cheaper substitute for LSD by unscrupulous drug dealers. That strychnine is a byproduct of LSD synthesis, that the body produces strychnine as a result of LSD metabolism, or that strychnine is used as a preservative to prevent the otherwise natural rapid decomposition of the LSD, allowing it to be stored, or that strychnine is somehow necessary to bond LSD to blotter paper. None of this is true.
Yeah.
These claims have even been believed to be propagated by drug users themselves. In reality, most hallucinogens cause some degree of mental or physical discomfort after the trip is over. This is an indirect effect of the drug, not strychnine or any other adulterant. Oh, there we go.
They used to always also say that the old, which always seemed fake, like, oh, there's so much strychnine on that it collects in your back, and if you ever get in a car accident and hit that part in your back, you're going to trip forever.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. It's so stupid. Yeah, man, LSD stores in your fingernails, and you note how your fingernails constantly grow. That means you'll constantly be tripping. It's amazing.
I love that voice.
Fucking hate that guy. I met him.
I
met that guy last night.
did you? It was
One of them.
Documentary.
Same guy. I'm doing a documentary. I would love to have you involved to raise consciousness and expand consciousness, sort of in an overall sense of consciousness. And it's basically like the vibe I'm on right now is I don't even care about money. I'm just all about spreading peace and consciousness.
It's so funny. Those guys that you meet that follow you, that are fans of you. But the other day there was a few of them, and we would play this game where like one would come up to us and
You don't
start
want to
talking.
give up the ghost.
No, but like Christina Pazitsky was there, and he starts talking to me and Christina. Christina said something to him, and the next thing she knows, she looks over, and I'm gone. You know, because you're just kind of like hot potato. You pass off the crazy person too.
It's one thing I'm not enjoying about being at the Comedy Store is how many people are pitching me ideas.
Yes.
You can't just hang out there.
Right.
4 guys pitched me ideas last night. Came up to me, hey man, I came here to talk to you about this project I'm doing. One guy was the history of the fart joke. I'm not joking. He's doing a documentary on the history of the fart joke. And I go, yeah, and this is true. I have no time for anything. I give no time for other stuff. I have exactly amount of time for the stuff that I'm doing right now. And, you know, anybody that comes up to me, hey, can you do this? Can you do my podcast? I literally don't have the time. I'm just not available. So I can't do it. And so the guy goes, well, can I go through proper channels and talk? Wait, what? What does that mean? I just said no. Like, I don't want to do a history of the fart joke documentary. There's no proper channel. Like, good luck. Maybe it'll be great. I mean, look, who knew that a documentary on corn would be great?
Right.
You know, you could have an awesome documentary on the history of the fart joke. I just don't have the time.
Was he like, whatever, dude? And he just blows
No,
a
he's
fart
nice.
on you and walks away?
Well, here's a joke. You pull my finger. It was a good guy. He wasn't a bad guy. He was like really cool about it in comparison to how many other different people have come by with ridiculous ideas where they weren't cool about it. Where it's just like, you know, I had to tell a guy last night, like, dude, you got to stop pitching me. I'm not pitching you. I go, yes, you are. I go, I'm trying to have this conversation with Ari. You've sandwiched yourself in between us, and you're telling me about this movie you're doing or this thing you're doing. Like, I can't do it. Like, stop. It's like you can't hang out there.
I don't get those. You know what I get now? The business proposition. You need to move to Denver with Rogan and open up a weed store. And when people come, you pick them up at the airport and do a tour of the city and donate half your money to the charity.
What?
And I told the guy, listen, I live in L.A. You do know that. You know, I live in L.A. I can't help you. I have a wife, a kid. I can't help you. Well, that means you really don't want to spread. Listen, I really don't give a fuck who does or what the fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. You want to smoke dope? Smoke dope. You don't want to smoke dope. I'm not taking you around.
You're not helping
to
to
show
spread
you
the
a tool.
cause.
Get the fuck out of here.
What about
I
the
never
cause?
believed in none of that shit anyway. I never bought high times in my life. I just smoke dope. I don't look at buds. I don't have pictures of buds. You don't see me with no teeth with weed on my shirt. I just smoke motherfucking dope. Okay? I don't know nothing else. I don't know nothing. I don't know about consciousness. I don't know about, you know, the Lord. I don't know nothing. Roll it up or shut your mouth. That's it. It's that fucking easy. I don't want to hear about nothing. Nobody gets that shit. You go to a town now, you get 19 people want to do a podcast. I don't have the fucking time.
Yeah.
And they want you to jump in that car. I don't even fucking know you.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know you. Well, I'll take you. It's 20 minutes away. 20 minutes in your fucking world. That's 40 minutes in my fucking world. When I go to a town, I don't want to do dick. Once I get on that plane to go to anywhere the fuck I go, I don't want to do dick.
Yeah.
I want to do the radio that they have for me, and that's it. I've already done my podcast for the week. I've done everything. I go in and get a computer. I got that little, what's that new thing? The substance? I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Surface.
Surface. Tremendous.
You got that?
Yeah.
You got one of those?
Yeah.
Little Windows computer?
Yeah. Perfect for me. Nobody bothers me. I go to my room. I watch all this shit that I can't watch at home because there's a baby around and
Right.
a wife asking you questions about the hemisphere when you're in the middle of writing something, you know. And you can't say no to the kid because
Right.
they don't get what the fuck. They don't get a joke. They don't get nothing.
Right.
You got to stop what the fuck you're doing. She runs into the computer room and jumps on my lap. That's the end of the computer. It's YouTube, and I got to watch something about the window or what's raining or something about animals, and I love it. But that's just how it goes. So when I go to a town, it's to fucking sit down and write a few jokes and fucking focus on the act for tonight and tomorrow night. And I don't want to fucking drive 40 minutes that you tell me. Then they want to stop and introduce you to their uncle who's a fan of the longest yard. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's go. On delay. I don't want to do nothing.
Well, I guess you just don't care about spreading the message.
The message is suck my dick. That's the fucking message. Huh?
Yeah, what about the cause, man? Is it all just about sucking your dick?
Yes.
Is that really
yes,
what you're
at
about?
the end of the fucking week, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's about
I don't even
you
want
Dude, what?
I don't even want to. I just want to smoke dope and be fucking left alone. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They do. They have been coming out to the Comedy Store in full force.
Full force.
Listen,
Swarms
man,
of them.
It's okay.
Every show I've done in the
It's
past 3
okay.
weeks. I've been hit up for something.
They don't bother me. They just, I love talking to those people. There's
I
a
don't mind
line
talking to people. That's
where
not the
they-
problem. It's the people that are pitching it. Just regular folks who want to come by and say, what's up? That's cool. That's fun. I mean, you have great conversations with some of those people. It's the people that, like, interrupt other conversations, just sandwich themselves in, and I've got to talk to you about this movie. We're about to jump off. Seth Rogen's involved. It's very big. It's going to be huge. I've got a lot. Bobcat Goldthwait, we're in negotiation. Like, shut the fuck up, please.
Look, I had a guy show up with a camera to the Comedy Store.
A camera? Like a film camera?
Kissed me, took a picture, cool, and then goes, do you mind saying something about my TV show or my web series? And I'm like, I never watched it. I don't even know what you're talking. It doesn't matter. And all of a sudden he's like, and they freaking jumped the thing. They were in that car on the side going down the hill at the store. Like they went up the hotel ramp and turned around. They were waiting for me outside.
And they just jumped out with a camera.
And the kid was like, hold on 1 second. And the kid freaking jumped and came, and the kid had a camera.
And you didn't even say yes.
I didn't even say yes. He just threw it. And I was like, God, I don't know. How can you want me to say something about your web series? I don't know what the fuck it is. No.
Yeah.
No.
All the weed people also, that's another one. People just like, I got this joint company, you take some joints and it's like shitty weed with oil on it.
Well,
you know?
by the way,
Well, that's another problem. Yeah, people are trying to give you your shit to smoke. Like, I have no idea what kind of monkey business you're doing in that joint.
Did you just give me? Does this have cocaine in it? Like what? Like now I'm gonna get pulled over and I have some heroin laced. Joint.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, the other day, some guy gave me one of those tubes.
Yeah.
And I buy those tubes sometimes when I'm in a rush by my house. They have the tubes with a joint in it and have a little bit of hash. And they're not bad. They're like $12. You smoke them, they're not fucking bad. So I thought it was the same thing. Well, I took it and I go, Lee, you want to get high on the way back from the store? And we got blasted. We had to stop at 7-Eleven and get water.
Get water.
Fucking amazing. And I drive Lee to the car and I go home and I'm like, I'm saving this fucking tube. And the next day I go to the weed store and I give it to the guy and I go, I want 10 of those. And he looked and he goes, I don't have these. I gave it to the girl. That's my friend.
Right.
She went in the back. And they go, we can't sell these. These have wax in them.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No wonder I was so whacked out. I thought it was dough. And he goes, no, you have to look CVW.
Yeah.
And the kid went to give you 2 of them the other night.
Yeah.
That night I was standing next to you.
I told him I couldn't take them. Like, I don't know you, dude. Sorry. Come on, man. Like, listen, I don't know you. You could be a cop.
And
you
the girl
could
gave
be
you the
a
muffin.
terror. Yeah, that was really ridiculous. She gave me a cake, a bundt cake for my daughter. And I'm like, look, I'm not giving my daughter a cake from someone I don't even know. So I don't want to be rude to you, but I thank you very much, but I don't want the cake. I don't eat that stuff, and I'm not going to give it to my kids. She's like, why not? And I was like, I don't know you. Like, I'm not going to just accept a cake from you to give to my kid. I mean, that's weird. That's weird. It's weird already. If you gave me a cake to give to my kid, well, I know you.
But
We're
you still
friends.
wouldn't give it to
I don't want them eating that much sugar. I mean,
Right.
I give them dessert every now and again, but that's not even the point. The point is, like, why would I do that? Why would I give some food to my kid from some strange lady that the first thing she says is, I have a cake for your daughter? Like, not hello, not how's your night going, not what are you guys up to? Hey, that was a really funny show, Joey. Where are you at next? Are you go on the road? No, it's like right away. I've got a cake for your daughter. Like, get the fuck out of here. What kind of crazy shit is that?
I don't think people understand how creepy that actually sounds because they're probably from a small town where it's like, they're bringing apple pie over to strangers. Like, I'm your neighbor, and shit like that.
In the middle of talking to someone last night, this guy comes over, interrupts, and the first words out of his mouth is, hey, man, can you do me a favor? And he's got his camera out, and he wants me to make a video for him. I'm like, no, I can't do you a favor. Like, you don't even care that we're talking. Like, it doesn't even bother you. You're not, excuse me, can I ask you a question real quick? Are you guys free right now? Can I ask you something? Like, right away, can you do me a favor? I'm going to make a video. I want you to be in it. Like, get out of here. No. Like, that place needs a green room.
It does have one.
Yeah, but nobody uses it.
Yeah. They're,
You use it in the main room. But in the main room the other night, a guy came in. A guy weaseled in. He was already in the back. And me and Russell were talking about it the other night. It's ridiculous.
I like talking to people, but there's a line that I wouldn't even cross with somebody. I'd love to go up to somebody. Me and Redman, we're eating breakfast in Atlanta. We saw Tommy Heinsohn from the Celtics. Excuse me, you Mr. Heinsohn? Yeah, it's an honor to meet you. I didn't bother him. I don't even want a flipping picture. Stop with your flipping pictures. Stop with the fucking pictures. What the picture got to do for you? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with a fucking picture? I'm going to bother this fucking guy at breakfast. Mr. Heinz, I was a fan. He was from Union City. I was from North Bergen. Your second cousins with the Holloway. Yeah, thank you for your time. And he left. I didn't stop. I'm not going to stop him and get a fucking hug. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I've never given a fuck. I've seen people a lot, and it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to go bother this fucking person. You know, I don't mind talking to people. I love talking to people. That's why I became a comic. I love it. But there's a line that, when I go out at night, I go out to do stand-up. Nothing else. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What do you think I did on the way to the show? Do you think I smoked 15 joints? On the way down Laurel Canyon, I already got high, and I already ate a pot cookie. I'm where I need to be. If I want to smoke, and there's times I smoke with people, but there's other times that I'm already baked, and I got to get back on Laurel Canyon. What if I get pulled over and I got your shitty weed on my breath?
Yeah.
Now I got to do 90 days because you want to hit me with that big fake weed you got. Forget it. It's just, I enjoy it. I don't want to get pitched. I know where you're coming from. I like talking to people. It's the weird people before you go on stage, too. That's the only time.
Well, sometimes people at the Comedy Store, like, literally, they'll be introducing you, and people say, hey, man, can I get a picture? Like, you don't hear that guy, like, bringing me up on stage right now? Like, they don't care. They just want to get that thing on their Facebook. And that's a real fucking problem with the access to cameras. People want to use them even if it doesn't make any sense. Like, people weren't bringing cameras out in, like, 2000 when we would go on the road. People weren't bringing that many cameras with them. We didn't take that many pictures of people. Most of the time when you talk to people off the show, you said hi to them, took a few pictures with folks, but not everybody had a camera. Now, every fucking person you meet every day has a camera. That's a mind-blowing change between 2 decades ago.
Yeah, can you imagine, like 20 years ago, everyone just having camcorders, walking around the street?
Ridiculous.
And the worst part is that you don't know when people are recording.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that people are sitting there texting, but they're just recording you and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was out with my girlfriend the other day, and it was one of those guys just sitting there staring, like, oh, I know this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there with his camera just up, like he's looking. And I know he was just sitting there recording or doing something.
Yeah, people are fucking weird. Man. It's a weird time. Like people have lost like their etiquette, and because this is such a new world, like there's no etiquette as far as like cameras and sticking them in people's faces or asking for photos. Like how many times you get asked while you're eating, mouthful of food, hey man, can I get a picture? Like who the fuck would ever come up to you in the middle of eating? You gotta in the middle of, hey man, can I talk to you about something? Like. No, this is not the time to talk to people. These are people who are eating food. They're having a meal. Not only that, they're sitting at a table, looking at each other, having a conversation. It's one of the most enjoyable things we do as friends, sit around and have a meal together. It's like, that's like that expression, breaking bread. You break bread with people. And what are you saying? I can't do it in public or I'm going to be interrupted every 5 seconds by somebody who wants to take a photograph? Of course not. Most people realize that, and they don't interrupt you while you're eating. But some people do not give a fuck. You could be eating with a baby on your lap, mouthful of food, answering the phone, and they tap you. Hey, man, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Hey, man, can I get a picture? Hey, excuse me, can I get a picture? I hate to be that guy, but can I get a picture? You hate to be that guy, but you're being that guy.
I bought a new car, and I didn't know not this Subaru, the one before it. I didn't know the particulars of it, Joe. I bought it off the lot. I was in a rush. I left the indoor light on. My car was dead. On Cahuenga and freaking Hollywood at rush hour. Do you know that the guy that came over to say, do you need help, in the process goes, hey, man, can I picture Joe, I swear to my mother's grave, that was the worst thing ever. When I'm on Cahuenga, the car won't start. I have picking groceries. The key, the phone was in the car, something. Mm-hmm. And my car won't start. And I got these groceries. I got to put them down, pop the trunk, and wait for somebody with a phone. This motherfucker pulls over. I go, you got jumper cables? He goes, no, I don't, but I got to ask you something. Can I drop off a script to your agent? And I looked at him like, no, you. It was like a Jersey Boy thing where he wanted me to dance. I couldn't. And he had met me one time. He just happened to see me on the street and pulled over in the middle of my... And came up to me and he goes, hey, man, do you think
you couldn't go anywhere? You were trapped.
And I looked at him and I go, you got to get the fuck out of here. Like, you're not fucking serious right now. You have to go to the private channels.
I take pictures with everybody.
Everybody.
I do theaters, and after the show, I don't charge anybody. I stay for hours. I'll take hundreds of pictures. There's lines. We have videos of it, of all these theaters where there's lines around spiral staircases, and I'll wait till everybody's done before I go get something to eat. I do it all the time. So it's not like I don't want to meet people. I want to meet everybody and be friendly, but there's a certain line that people cross that just shows they're socially goofy. They're just klutzy and clumsy. And those are the exact type of people that are always trying to pitch you something. Who the fuck have you ever pitched anything to? Who the fuck have you ever pitched anything to? I've never pitched anybody an idea. I've never come up to someone and said, hey man, if there's this project, if we had a name attached to it like you, I really think you could jump off. Like, I don't even know you. Like, you're supposed to have an agent. Like, there's a whole system of things that are in place for a reason. You have a script. The script is good. The script gets read by reviewers. The reviewers take it. The agency represents it. They bring it out. They contact other people. They say, hey, we've got this script. We think that this could be a really good script. Do you have any actors that would be interested in doing this? And then they contact the agents and the actors. You have meetings. That's how shit gets done. You don't just show up when Joey Diaz's car is broken down and say, hey, I'm trying to break into the business. Like, well, you're doing it wrong. It's like coming up to me and saying, hey, man, can I open for you? Absolutely not. I don't know you. You want to come with me on the road? What a great idea. A guy I don't know flying around with me, being fucking weird, and who knows how bad you suck. You know, you could be terrible. I've had people that told me they've never gone on stage before, but they know that they would be flipping awesome, and if they could just go up during my show, it would be the right kind of show to go up for because we have the same sensibilities. Oh, what a great idea. You should do no open mic nights. You should just go directly to a bunch of people that paid to see me, and I'll just let you on stage, and you do whatever the fuck you want to do, and I don't even know you. Like, who asks that? Who says, hey, man, I'm the best, basically, baseball player of all time, and just, like, Dodgers should just let me play one day and just get out there and show what I can do. Do you want to audition? No, man, just let me hit the ball, bro. I'll fucking hit a home run, I guarantee. There's people out there that are that goofy. There's a lot of them, man, and this town is like a magnet for them. Because some of them get on TV. Some of them get on a reality show, and they're so retarded that they're compelling, and that you listen to them. I mean, how many... Look at Windy City Heat. How about that movie? That's exactly what we're talking about. Windy City Heat is a diary of a madman. I mean, it's a fucking biography. Don Barris, Jimmy Kimmel put together. They took this guy who was out of his fucking mind, and they had this guy convinced that he was a movie star. And that he was something special, and he was a celebrity, and they hosed him the entire way. I mean, the guy wasn't in on it at all, and that fucking guy's still around, man.
And he still thinks he gets people coming to his shows. He's a real headliner. I mean, you have to hear what this thing comes out of his mouth. He's hilarious.
It's kind of fucked up, man, because they've essentially taken advantage. And there's Bobcat Goldthwait. That's look at that look on his face. He loves it. And Don Barris is the master of dealing with retards. Don Barris has a PhD in nuts.
Yes.
He knows how to deal with it. Who's the guy with the wig?
That's the guy that fucks with Scary Perry all the time.
Ridiculous.
That's one of the big three.
But like those type of people are the people that you get at the Comedy Store.
I don't mind the picture taking. I'll tell you what
At all.
gets under my skin. So you've taken 300 pictures. I've given out hugs. I've smoked pot. I've taken heads off 6 pipes. I go inside. I hug the staff. I get paid. As I'm walking out the door, there's 4 people in an alley. Can we take a picture? Where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you before? Like, once I'm done, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Once it's over for me. You guys know it.
Yeah.
Once it's over, you got a minute to make up your mind, because I'm going.
Yep.
It's over. There's no more nothing. And those are the only ones that I go, I don't get this. Now, we've been here for 2 hours, and you've been standing there like a bump on a wall.
They get nervous. They want to be with you at the end.
And now at the end, as I'm about to go in, I got to stop what the fuck I'm doing momentum-wise. And like I wasn't in it no more. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done with the fucking pictures. I'm done talking. I just did 2 shows. We just talked to 500 people. I've been here since 7:30. That's the only part of the thing that doesn't. On Sunday nights, one of the purposes that I stay in on Sunday nights is to answer emails. I answer anywhere from 80 to 125 emails every Sunday. I do it because I don't have what everybody else has. That's my little edge. people come to the shows and they go, I hate your material, but you answered my email.
I hate your material,
fucking
but you
hate
answered
you.
my email.
I don't think you're funny, but you answered my email.
People say that to you?
And I emailed 6 other comics. They didn't answer me.
Well, people are shitty
And those
like
people
that. That's
that-
rude.
Yeah. They'll come to your show. They'll buy you a shirt just because you answered an email. You know, that's how far I go. I go the whole fucking way with these people. But when I say that's it, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I get hit, obviously, for 10 podcasts a week. I don't even know who these people are. I don't even know who they are. I have no idea. They're calling me, and they get angry, Joe. That's what burns me up. That they don't understand what we go through here. That, you know, if I get in a car, it's 45 minutes to go somewhere. That's time.
Yeah.
Another 40, that's an hour and a half. Then I have a baby. I got no babysitter. I got a podcast. I try to work out. You know, not to mention whoever wants to talk to me legitimately about something. Then I got a wife. And then we got to do stand-up. Oh, then there's a thing that you have to do called writing.
Yeah.
When the fuck do you want me to, you know, these people that call you up and go, can you do my podcast? Yeah, we do 5 o'clock by the airport. Listen, you're in no danger. You're in no danger. That's not happening at all.
5 o'clock by the airport.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're not getting me out for a fucking podcast. It's either early or late at night. Take your pick. I can't do it. 4 o'clock, I can't do it, guy.
Yeah.
The Culver City, that's an hour each way. You just kill me.
If you're lucky.
That's 3 hours for your fucking podcast out of my time.
If you do Culver City, you literally have to do 11 in the morning. So that you're out by 2 at the latest, and then you get on the road. Because even 2, you're pushing it.
You're 2. Now, it used to be 3 in this town.
No.
Now it's 2. 2:15, you're fucking kaputs.
I drove at 5 once from Venice, and I said, let's see what it's like. Let's just see what it's like to be on the 405 at 5 o'clock. It was insane.
It's insane.
I
really is
I feel
insane.
so bad for those people that have to do that every day.
My Mexican does that every single day.
You're Mexican. Your girlfriend, you
Yeah,
mean? Jesus, jeez, dude. Don't call her Mexican. That's not
Adam
funny.
Hunter's my boy, but he tapes that podcast by the airport.
Oh, he's crazy. Oh, that's where the Fox studio is?
Yeah.
They do in the same place where Brendan and
I think
Callan
so. I'm
does
not
his.
going to Fox at 5 o'clock, though.
Yeah, you can suck it.
You can. I'm
Yeah.
not going to Fox Studios at 5
Yeah.
o'clock.
That's
I'll
why
go
we
to-
did
I'll go
Fighter
to-
and the Kid over here. I was like, you know, I'll do your podcast, but we'll do it over here. Like, come on, guys. That's too far away.
It takes her an hour and 45 minutes every single day, and it's only 23 miles
Oh, my God.
From where to where?
from Venice to Burbank.
Did she do it back and forth? It takes that much? Or
No, that's just one way home.
one way is an hour and 45 minutes?
Home.
Oh, good lord.
Because she gets off at 5, and she gets home about 6:37.
Oh, my God. That is fucking insane.
And on the way there, it's only an hour.
So 3 hours on a bad day, she's in the car.
Yeah, she's
That's
pretty much going to
insane.
Vegas every day.
That's insane. You have to be, you'd be methed up, pedal to the metal.
Right.
I made it back from Vegas once in 3 hours, but I shouldn't have.
I used to make it from San Diego in an hour 35.
Yeah, that's
Really?
nice when that happens.
I had
Not a
that-
lot of people could. I used to make my record's 120. That's when the
Jesus.
drug dealer was closing at 1. When that drug dealer was closing at 1, dog, I used to get off the stage at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. I would headline. I didn't give a fuck what time you want me to do. Oh, we want you to do 45 to an hour. Listen, whatever 11:40 is, that's what I'm doing. So all these guest sets and all these people you're putting up, at 11:40, I get off the stage and I walk right to the car. The car's already filled up with gas. There's no need to stop. It's pointed to the 5 from La Jolla.
So what were they trying to do? Sandwich a bunch of people on him?
Yeah, like they would
before
just
you?
tell me, oh, you have to stay till 12. No, I'm not. An hour 20. My drug dealer closes at 1. I got to hit Los Feliz by 5 to 1. This situation ain't going to work. I would do 70, 75 from the La Jolla Comedy Store to Immigration. And once you're in Immigration, Jack, to Irvine, it's 100.
There's a certain thing that some clubs would like to do where they want to put on their good local guys in front of a guy like you because they know a guy like you is going to have a good audience. So a bunch of like local guys were like, Joey Diaz is doing a show. Can I get on that show? Can I get on that show? Like, you know who used to do that shit all the time? It's Tom Sawyer in San Francisco. Remember we used to let Tom book the gig? And then somewhere along the line, like, yo, dude, done. There's no more of this. No more. Because he was like, you know, I really want to be able to put the show together. I'm like, why would you want to put the show together when it doesn't cost you any more if I bring my friends and I know they're hilarious? Like, listen, just trust me. I've got some great local talent. And he's put on this just nightmare of an opening show. And be like, oh, fucking Christ, 2, 3 guys in a row that you're like, what am I listening to? Oh, God. and then you'd bring, I'd bring you, or I'd bring Duncan, or I'd bring Ari, and we'd have a fucking amazing show. But they were like, well, Joey Diaz upsets people, and it was like I don't know if that's the kind of act we want at our club. I'm like,
Nobody
oh,
hated
Christ.
me more than fucking Mutt. Nobody.
He was the worst?
Oh, and I used to go there just to irritate him. I knew he was gay. I knew he was dying to suck it. He was. If there was a guy that was dying to suck it, it was that guy.
He had
I
a
saw
girlfriend.
Didn't
He's
mean
not gay.
he
He's
was a
gay-friendly.
flamer.
How
from
dare
the
you.
fucking jump. The day he showed up with the two-seater to pick you up to do radio,
The
then
PF
Ari came up and Ari goes, Joey Diaz, you might be right. That guy's gay.
He's
I
got
go,
a small car. It doesn't mean he's
No,
gay.
he went out and rented a two-seater so he could have you. He was trying to get. He was going to Cosby you.
He likes comedy.
No, he
That's
didn't
why
like
the guy
comedy.
ran the
Where
club
is he
well.
today?
I don't know.
He's not. I don't like comedy.
He got out.
When somebody likes comedy, they stick with it. That dude was a dick to a lot of people. And when that guy got fired, a lot of people were happy, bro. He fucked over a lot of people in comedy.
I don't know about all that. I like that guy.
And
Still
he
like him.
Was
Had a good time with
he
him.
told
Nice.
like 2 or 3 people how he hated when you brought me in. He fucking hated because he knew he couldn't suck it. Like he knew he was dying to suck you, Johnson. That guy was a pole smoker from the word go. It's amazing how many guys on the road. Look at all the guys when we were touring that said things. None of them are around. At the end, they never fucking mattered. When I see a comedy club owner now and he comes and talks to me, I look right through, and I don't give a fuck if they're listening to the show. Fuck you. You're a fucking pimp in heat is what you are. I just look at you
Freak
because
without warning?
When an appetite for cunts makes him a puke. You know, from Mark Babbitt. Oh, shh, I have to go in and listen to. Shut the fuck up, Mark Babbitt. That's your cocaine buddy. All those douchebags were the same. That made believe there was something so important. And at the end of the week, we outlasted them. We outlasted them.
But those people were important, too, because, look, when Mark Babbitt was around, I hate to be defending Mark Babbitt.
No. Mark Babbitt was a great guy.
He was a great guy.
But the importance that look at Houston County, went kaput after that.
It did go kaput, but that's what I'm saying. But
he broke those motherfuckers.
But he kept it alive.
He was like the Jim Jones of comedy down there. He was giving out blow and, recruiting young kids. And somebody busted him, put an ad out for young kids. It was
I don't know what you're talking about. Young kids.
How creepy was the guy from Tempe. As much as I liked
poor
him.
bastard.
When I would listen to the man, like his whole vocabulary was, he couldn't wait to say spade. He loved saying the word.
The Spades?
No, like David Spade.
Oh, Spade. David Spade.
David Spade was from Phoenix, remember?
A card conversation?
And he couldn't wait to, you're not going to believe who's here for the Super Bowl. Spade and Sandler. They're not coming to your stupid club in Arizona, okay? They're not coming to your comedy club in Tempe that year. Like that. All those comedy, I'll get them on Letterman. You're friends with the guy that said that all women weren't funny. Once he got fired, your Letterman juice got lost. That's the only reason why he would go to New York and go to Letterman. It's amazing the self-importance they had on themselves. And at the end of the day, they were worth nothing. And what they don't know about comics is that 90% of comics are fucking whores. They have zero loyalty. So once those motherfuckers are gone, they're gone. Like, they try to call people and say, hey, how you doing? Comics just hang up on them. We have nothing to get from you no more. We have nothing in common with you. I've spoken to 20 club owners that are gone that have said that. Jesus, I tried to call Titus. He never returned my call. You got nothing for him.
Well, I'm putting together this one night.
Yeah, from Pete to him to Mark Babbitt to the guy in Phoenix called me. I've reached out to 20 comics. Not one of them will help me. You don't have a club no more, guy. I'm the only moron that calls you back because I feel bad for you because you were very good to me. Sarah Nye was the biggest event ever.
Who's that?
She a Chinese chick that worked for the Improvs. Guys, you don't know what the word was till you talk to Sarah Nye. She was an Asian chick that booked Cleveland and Buffalo in the 90s, and she would abuse you. She would abuse you. Like, if I ever see her now, you better call domestic violence, because I will smack her in the mouth.
Whoa, that's threatening. You're not allowed to threaten people on the internet.
Fuck.
This is terrorism. This is against the Patriot Act.
She would book Miami, Buffalo, and Cleveland. And what she used to do to comics was rude, bro.
The statements you hear are the opinions of Joey Diaz and Joey Diaz
That's
alone.
my opinion and my fucking heart in my nutsack. You know, these people actually picked up this thing like they were important, and they were no more important than talent.
Well, I got to tell you though, in the co-argument, the counter-argument to that is that Mark Babbitt, I think, as crazy as he was responsible for creating a scene, like a creative scene.
No, I agree with you.
They had a goddamn open mic night, that Laugh Stop, that was packed. Remember? It would start at like 8 o'clock. It would go till 2 o'clock in the morning. And next door, they would be doing another show. So they'd have a show in the main room, which was a perfectly shaped, perfectly sized room. That Laugh Stop in River Oaks was one of the greatest clubs of all time.
All time.
And that fucking maniac ran it. And yeah, apparently there was some inconsistencies with the books. And there was all sorts of issues, according
with
to
the
owners. Yeah, there was a lot of shit
boys
going
were
on.
missing on the back of milk cartons that he had in the basement.
That I have no knowledge of. But it was a fun
here's the thing
club
that
to
pisses
work.
me off. He broke my ball. Mark Babbitt was one of the, let me just tell you the Mark Babbitt story. Mark Babbitt went to Freddie Soto and said, I'm looking for feature acts. So Freddie came up to me at the Comedy Store one day. He goes, hey, man, Mark Babbitt's looking for feature acts. Send him a tape. I refuse to send the tape, especially if I'm at the motherfucking Comedy Store. Okay? I'm not sending you no fucking tape.
Why is that?
I'm at Missy Shaw's Comedy Store. You want a tape? You take a ride up here. You want? I'll send you a copy of the 1045 spot I get. I ain't sending you no tape. I just refuse. I never send nobody a tape. I refuse. Especially people from L.A. that would call me and go, we're putting together a TV show. We need a tape. 11:15 at the Comedy Store. No
Really?
tape. Yeah, I don't fucking send tapes. Mark Babbitt, I sent him a blank tape.
Hilarious.
Okay? I sent that jerk off finally because the manager I had, Ken Phillips, kept calling me saying, that guy from Houston keeps calling you. He wants you to send him a blank tape. I fucking didn't send him a tape for a year. Finally, one day I went to fucking Ralph's, bought a tape, put an envelope and sent. Put Joey Diaz stand. There was none on the tape. Do you know that motherfucker called me a week later and say he loved my tape and he hired me as a feature act to open for Bobby Slayton? So all you motherfuckers. That whole tape thing is a power move. When you go to a comedy club and you go to his office to get paid, he's got a TV and he's got 1,000 tapes on him with dust on him. He don't watch those fucking tapes. That's his fucking power move, okay? Send me a tape. I sent him the fucking tape. So the first time he booked me, he asked, I called him. He goes, I don't have a feature spot for you, but I have an MC spot. I'm gonna pay you $300. The plane ticket's $280. At that time it was $220 or something. So I took the week, but I was always looking for a better week. And I got a guy in Toronto to pay me like $800 for a feature week. Bollywood, whatever the fuck it was called up there. So I did 2 weeks. So I called Babbitt like, man, I told him the truth. I go, Babbitt, I got a week up in Toronto. I got 2 weeks for $800. Fuck you and your $300 Super Bowl week with David Teller. What the fuck you trying to pimp me off with, you know?
Right.
And he goes, okay. And about a month later, I heard he's never going to hire you again. You can't. I don't give a fuck. He told me, he told people I wasn't going to work again and all this shit. And I fucking called him up, bro. I fucking called him up. And I said, so that's what you're doing? You mean to tell me that you're not going to fuck you? He called me back a week later and gave me 2 gigs opening up for Paul Rodriguez in Bakersfield. And then since that, we were cool. But I sent him a blank tape.
That's so funny. I can't believe you sent him a blank tape.
And then he called me. I loved it. It was amazing.
Joey Diaz and I did a free show there once, and he lost his fucking mind. That we decided, I came down, it was when my first CD, I recorded a CD in Houston.
Who called me? Pete from Houston.
That's hilarious.
How cool is that?
He must be listening.
I don't know. Maybe somebody called him.
Yeah, I bet that's because Pete was the owner's son, and they found out some discrepancies.
Babbitt came in the middle of the night and left with everything. See, Babbitt was doing the Carlos Mencia concerts with the Laugh Stop's money, and then he would put the check back in on Monday morning, so nobody knew. This is an old fucking trick, but when I was a kid, I knew a guy that worked at a bank that would give you cash, 30 grand on a Friday. You better have that cash back by Monday at 9 a.m. or some people are going to come knock you the fuck out. But he did it at a bank, bro.
So we take the money out,
on
and
a
then
Monday
you would give him like
40,000.
40.
In the kilo days, he give you 30 grand for a kilo, but you better be back here Monday with my 45.
So he'd pull it out of the bank vault.
Pull it right out of the fucking bank, cash, and give it right back to you.
That's
you
so
gave
risky.
it right back to him on Monday. I was friends with that guy for years. I met him my sophomore year. I was mailing something. Something fell out. I was working on a lumber yard, and an envelope fell down. And when I went to pick it up, I heard the envelope go. I didn't say nothing. I ripped it. I put it in my pocket. And then I went home. There was 2 credit cards and 2 checks. One for like 20 and one for like 18. And I was going to use the credit cards. I was a young kid. My mom had just died. I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I went to a buddy of mine who I knew his brother was a little fucked up. He knew those people. And I said, dog, I got these 2 checks, one for 18, one for 20. He goes, he wrote his brother's number. He goes, call my brother. He'll take care of it for you. He called the brother. Brother met me. The brother had to be like 20. He came with like 3 other mafiosis, and they go, what do you want from this? I go, I want one of the checks, and you keep the other one. He goes, you'll have your cash tomorrow. Done. So those motherfuckers gave me 20 grand in a bank envelope when I was 16 years old, the week John Lennon got shot.
Don't you think, though, like, we think about, like, how many guys that benefited from having Babbitt run that club?
Oh, it was a great club.
It was a great club while he was
wasn't.
running.
I'm just saying that. I'm not talking about the job they did. I was talking how most people ran around thinking they were the end-all, be-all. Like, there's a lot of club owners that they get to a point that they get so cocky, they're like, oh, I'm calling Hollywood. You'll never work again. And people really trip. You know, when I first started in this business as a guy that's the Holly, the drummer from Buddy Holly, he books in Texas. And he's a real bag. What he does is he calls you and he goes, I'm going to pay you $250 a night from Tuesday to Saturday. And then once the gig week comes up, we only have Saturday left. Well, I can't drive from Boston to New Orleans Saturday night. No, you know, I'm not doing it. So I was working with the guy. I had a great relationship with the guy. I moved to Seattle, and he gave me this week in New Mexico, and I wanted to go down there. I had great clubs in New Mexico at the time. Sure enough, the motherfucker calls me and goes, there's only one night. It's Saturday night. I go, dog, I'm living in Seattle now. I could have gone down there for the other money, but I can't go for one night. This motherfucker told me, if you cancel on me, you'll never work in improv. You'll never work for nobody. I waited till the night. And I called this motherfucker at 7:45. He kept calling me. I'm a pager. Where are you? And I kept calling back. I'm 30 miles out. I'm 30 miles out. At about 7:45, I called this motherfucker. I said, don't you ever threaten me again. It looks like your mother's headlining that motherfucker. And I just hung up the phone, dog. Don't you ever threaten me again, you dumb motherfucker.
Your mother's headlining the club.
And so then, a couple years later, I go to Houston and tell him, oh, dog, there's some guy, he's looking for somebody to go to Mississippi tomorrow night for like $300. And I go, I'll do it. And they told me, that's the guy I beat. And they go, he forgot, call him by now.
He forgot.
I call him.
What did he say?
And he goes, your name sounds familiar. I go, listen, I'm a headliner. I'm at the store. I've done movies. Just give me the gig for $3. He goes, your name sounds familiar. Call me tomorrow. The next day I called him. He goes, I remember you. You're the guy that called me at 10 to 8. Told me to tell my mother the headline.
Did you still do the gig?
Fuck no, he wouldn't give it to me. Fuck him. That's the shit that bothered me. That's my thing. That we're young. We're stupid, we're naive, and we believe, and those people take advantage of us. It's like anybody else taking advantage of you. Babbitt was a great guy, but the reason why the Houston comedy scene is the way it is because Babbitt with those kids. At some point, he had them like bitches. Don't look at me. Don't make eye contact. Look at the motherfucking floor. Look at the kid that bombed at the comedy store. He never did comedy again. Babbitt had him telling him, you're going to be bigger than Carlos. You're going to be bigger than this guy. You're going to be bigger than this. You're the next Bill Hicks. You know.
Well, he did have bad taste.
Right. He had
some bad. You know? Like, he would tell you a guy, I want this guy to open for you. And you would go, what are you talking about? Like, what, are you fucking crazy? I'm not going to have people pay to hear that guy talk. Like, he would have guys that they had nothing. There was nothing there. This one guy who would just memorize these, like, fake rants. It was like this long, he would like have these big, deep breaths in between the rants and just rant this thing out, like with all these stats and numbers, and he'd say all this shit. And it was because he had memorized it all that it was so impressive. But there was no funny in it. There was no comedy in it. It was like a trick. It was like he memorized all this stuff, this crazy brand, and then everybody go, oh, that was great. He did that thing. And that was his whole act, was these rants. But they weren't like it wasn't like a rant where like he had a point where it made like a Bill Burr rant, you know, where it's a rant, but there's all these jokes in it.
No.
Out and you're laughing. And, no, there was nothing till the end. In the end, you would clap.
He was one of the beginnings of alternative comedy. Like people go see him. Oh my God, that's such a brilliant, you know, because George Jones wrote that song. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Look, he faded away and he cracked. He became a bartender or something. And that's what, you know, my breakthrough in my life really came when I did Analyze That, and I met that director. When I met that dude that they told him to go fuck himself on Saturday Night Live.
What dude is that?
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis, who's dead now.
He really changed my life. That
really?
2 hour, I had a great talk with him about comedy. And he goes, I watched your tape. Why don't you go to Montreal? And I told
Wait a
him,
minute, you had a tape?
I had a stand-up tape at the time.
You gave a tape to him.
Fuck yeah, that's Harold
He
Ramis.
gets the tape.
That's Harold Ramis. I put
The
together.
improv can go fuck itself.
At,
No
that time,
tapes.
at that time, I went to see this
I
lady.
gotta know the rules.
No, I went to see this lady for a movie, and she goes, "You're not perfect for this movie, but my next movie you're going to be good for." She goes, "I want you to keep in touch with me." And it was Ellen Chenoweth, which is bad. Like, just hangs out with De Niro. She was just doing that. She did Bronx Count. She did Bronx Tale, those type of movies. And she really took a liking to me. So she would tell me, send me everything you got. I want to push you for this movie. But I need for you to send me what you got. So I only had at that time, I only had the mezzos. I had that gay mafia thing. That's all I had. So I put stand-up on it. I had a really good set somewhere and sent it to her. And I remember Harold Ramis pulling me over, and he goes, "You're natural. These pricks I see in Montreal, I can pick on you. I mean, this guy's, this is Harold Ramis." And he's the one that looked me in the eye, and he goes, "Don't take it from these pussies either." He goes, "They're all a bunch of
How
pussies."
Ramis said that?
Oh, my God. He was like,
Don't take shit from these
"Don't
pussies.
take shit from none of these pussies. Because once you take it, it's like the Clemenza told Michael, they should have stopped Hitler in Munich. Once you take the shit." And I remember I shot that movie in like September, and that October I did that December. Pete, from the goodness of his heart, used to headline me in Houston. The first guy to ever headline me was Pete Houston. That's why he still calls me, and I give him the respect as a man. I still call him and thank him. Nobody else would even feature me. He was headlining me. He's like, "You're a bad motherfucker." He saw me with Pablo in Houston, and he's like, "I'm going to headline you." So he would headline me in Christmas for 2 weeks and pay me, Joe, before anybody paid me. And I went down there and did blow and went crazy. But that wasn't the point. Pete took care of me. That wasn't the point.
I did blow. I went crazy.
Oh, I used to go crazy.
Not
down
for
there.
nothing.
I just watched my episode of Cold Case after 2 weeks in Houston. I was like 400 pounds. My neck was swollen from the sodium and the inositol and cloline and the cocaine. My neck was swollen. I would go to Houston and just eat that barbecue every day and do blow every night and drink shots of Jägermeister. You know, what happens to you? It is awesome.
Sounds great.
Coke is fun.
Burritos from Houston. We'll put some pounds on you.
And I remember
BBs.
coming back one day and I got a call from a guy at the Improv. And this guy is a pretty cool guy to an extent. He goes, "Hey, man, you know, this is a true story, Joey. This is like January 6th of 2003. And I had just done Analyze That. And this is the first time I was in a test, what Harold Ramis said to me. He goes, "Don't take shit from none of these comedy guys and tell them all to go fuck themselves. You're a funny guy. Don't ever look back. Go." And I got a call from one of the heads of the Improv, and he goes, "Hey, man, we just got a call that we have a club in Houston, but you're working the other club." And I said, "Yeah, that's when they were trying to make people not work the Houston." This is early on. This is 2003, before anything. And I was driving on Melrose, and he goes, "You know, it's not right that you do that. We've always taken care of you." And I go, and I snapped, Joe, and I go, "Taking care of me where? In Miami for $650 a week? I do 13 shows, and I outsell the fucking headliner because I'm Cuban? How the fuck do you take care of me? When do you take care of me?" I go, "Look at your fucking schedule right now for the next 6 months. Go look at Irvine. Am I in Irvine? Am I in Ontario? Am I in fucking Brea? No. You give it to all your boys. So don't say you fucking take care of me." And he goes, "Well, you don't understand. All you have to do is ask." "Well, I'm fucking asking. Open your book right now." "Oh, I can't. I have to." "No, right now. Open your fucking book." And they're like, "No." And I go, "Listen, the conversation's fucking over."
Well, that's anti-competitive
And
practice.
I go, "The conversation's over." And he goes, "No, it's not, because you just won't work any of our improvs." And I go,
Yeah.
"Say that again to me." I go, "Say that again. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to bang you off the fucking desk." Joe Rogan, just like that. I was in one of those cocaine morning moods. He caught me at like 10:15, a bad time to catch me in those cocaine days, because I was probably broke and thinking of where am I going to get my next fix from. And you're calling me, threatening me at 10:15 in the morning, telling me I can't work Houston when you don't do it for me. And I said, "Say another word. I'm 3 blocks from your office. I'm going to go there and I'm going to bang you off your..." No, I said, "You're going to say something, I'm going to say something. You're going to say something, I'm going to say something. That I'm 3 blocks from your office. I'm going to go there, I'm going to bang you off your fucking desk." And dog, I heard a hang up. And I went home. I didn't call nobody. I thought I was done at the Improv. And do you know that 2 days later, I got a motherfucking call with 3 weeks from the Improv as a feature spot in Southern California. So sometimes you got to put your foot down with these creepy motherfuckers, dog, because they get a power up to. In L.A., nothing happens to you till they see you on television. They treat you like shit. Once they see you in a commercial, because now they know, you know what? You may not be that motherfucker, but you might become that motherfucker. So they don't give you everything. They still break your balls, but they don't. Now they know that you're real. This motherfucker could strike.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing with me, that every year I keep throwing jabs at them. So they can talk all the shit they want, but I'm still alive, motherfucker.